Say hi.
Hi.
What's up, everybody? We are back in the shop.
It's been a couple of weeks.
He was a very pissy pants guy.
So-
I'm not gonna go into that. There was some issue with some parts.
Issues with daily drivers.
Issues with it being minus 49 for the last week.
And in freedom units, minus 40 is minus 40. So all you guys need to know is it was goddamn cold.
Yeah. Yeah, even the cyborgs don't like the cold, although his feet don't get cold.
No, but my hydraulics freeze up real quick. That's an issue.
So yeah, we were out here. I filmed a little bit before he got here last time, and then we just had some issues, so we called it quits, and then life happened. So
Yeah.
we are back. I didn't actually, for some reason, send him the right videos last time for him to clip anything, which is why there's been no posts.
We're learning.
We
got stuff to open.
we got a whole slew of parts. We're gonna start cracking them open and seeing what kind of stuff we got. I don't know what any of it is because Alex bought it because it's his car. So
Big money.
big
We
money.
got the finest high performance brake rotors. And by that they were like
You got
Schmied.
drills and slots? No,
No.
but they groovy.
No.
Yeah, big money. You see the Rock Auto box? You know your brakes are worth big money.
Oh, those were in town.
Yeah, with the Rock Auto box underneath.
Yeah.
Your brakes are worth big money when none of the sides have any stickers. Oh, there's a sticker. There's a logo with a part number. Yeah, that's how you know it's big money.
Yeah,
We are killing it.
The brakes, just for everyone to retouch on that, the brakes are just your standard SN95 Mustang stuff. Vented rotors on the front, solid rotors on the rear. Just to keep things simple, I bought that. Nothing fancy. No drills, no slots, nothing out of the ordinary.
Basically,
we're not even running fancy brake calipers. They're
no,
just
we want Parts
Stop.
House so that if we absolutely nuke something at the racetrack, which is 10 minutes from my house and 10 minutes from the parts store, we want to be able to run to town to buy brakes and or tie rods. I don't know what the ball joint setup is, if we could do that, or if that's fancy stuff.
The ball joints are Hymens on the angle kit, so if we ever nuke a Hym,
We did something wrong and we deserve it.
yeah, we did something wrong, we deserve it, but the company that made the angle kit does sell replacement rod ends for the ball joint.
So yeah, there's that. We do have a Super Trick Performance World oil pan that is for his motor. We went over that in one of the other videos. I've got one on my spare motor that you can't really see, but we did measure it in the other video. I think it came out to like 3 inches shorter, so it fits under the car real nice. Ooh, which one did you get?
I got two of the same
Oh,
IROCs.
you got it, IROC. Too bad I can't grow any hair. We'd have to grow them out.
Oh, yeah, so this is
Oh yeah, Rock Auto, just full box with nothing in it. Oh, that's the dipstick.
so with the aforementioned oil pan, you have to run LS3 dipstick tube and dipstick. So that's all that is. As well
Oh, I just
as-
about caught you fall over that time.
Just about got it on camera.
That would have been the first one on the channel.
You guys will see me fall at some point.
Oh, it's funny. I laugh every time.
And if you don't laugh, you're going to hell. If
Yeah.
you do laugh,
You're our kind of people.
yeah, I'll pardon you. And then windage tray from F-Body Camaro.
Fortune.
Yeah.
F-body goes all the way
Yeah.
back to wherever, right? So actually,
straight.
leave that out for a second. So the thing I really like about Performance World, and I'll get back into that when we open that box, it tells you all of the part numbers that you need to order. This is all GM
This is all
parts.
genuine GM stuff.
They
Rock
tell
Auto,
you-
the way to go.
Performance World tells you on their website in the description and in their instructions which one to get.
Yeah,
and they have really nice pictures. So one of these, you have to cut the ear off ever so slightly to get around the pickup
I
tube.
think it's back here somewhere.
we can kind of go over that when we do the oil pan, but like it tells you all of that right in their instructions, even though this is not their part. I did it not on this engine, on my previous one. I only use this oil pan or this brand. I love them. They're awesome.
Yeah, when we
they're
go to put the oil pan on, we'll show you guys some good walkthroughs on that, what modifications need to be done. We'll give you the part numbers too, whether it's in the description or we'll put it right in the video. That way you guys know.
For all you Canadians, they are Canadian. They are in BC. He ordered this on like Monday and it showed up on Wednesday or Thursday. When I ordered mine, I ordered it on a Sunday and it showed up on Tuesday.
Yeah, super fast shipping and did not break the bank. So if you are in Canada and you don't want to go through Holly or Summit Racing or Jags or anything like that, Performance World is the way to go. It's free shipping on anything over $250, which is what that oil pan is. And yeah, I ordered it Monday night. It arrived on Wednesday.
Yeah, guys, this is not paid. We're not sponsored by them, although I would love to be.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love their product and I love shouting them out. They are a great company to work with. They've got, like I said, the oil pans, which we'll get back into. They come with the drain for doing turbo shenanigans later on. They've got their own brand of heads. They've got their own intake manifolds with fuel rails. Like, their stuff is wicked. So I think he's gonna, while I'm sitting here blabbing about it, I think he's gonna crack the box open for the oil pan.
Covering my shipping address so y'all can't find me.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the Performance World oil pan. Don't mind my knee taking out Ben's concrete floor. It's okay, I don't live here.
Oh, here's one thing that I found. I don't know if it's new now. Performance World ships it with the oil pan gasket. Holly does not, last time I checked. So pay attention to that.
Yeah, something with Performance World. Gasket, pickup tube, all of your hardware, drain plug, O-rings, and oil filter adapter, all in the kit. This kit was $4.99 Canadian before taxes and shipping, but because shipping was free, it's whatever. But it is all genuine. This is grade 10 hardware that I just spilt everywhere.
Dummy. So one thing I'll throw out there before he pulls that out. This one is specific for Fox Body LS swaps. I don't know what part number is on that one because I bought it with that oil pan. They have long stroke oil pans for 6 liters and strokers. They've got G-body specific oil pan LS swaps. I did the G-body one on my 79 Malibu because it was a G-body. It was perfect.
We can actually look that up right here.
Yeah,
So
I used the G-body one on my 72 Monte Carlo, which is an A-body. So all you A-body guys, if you're watching this, with an LS, you can use the G-body pan. It's perfect.
yeah. So this pan is the 364-030. So this is Fox Body specific, up to 4-inch stroke, no LS7. So if you have an LS7, you'll have to look elsewhere, but it's still a 6.1 quart pan.
And they tell
filter.
you they are different. So 6.1, 6.2, 6 with filter. They tell you each individual one. It's just basic instructions. They give you all of it. They give you little notes about what you got to do.
Yeah, so
there it is. There, the LS3 dipstick or equivalent with the part numbers from GM.
F-body, windage tray, some modifications for the pickup tube is required. Like, you cannot get better instructions than this.
And all of their instructions are PDF on their website too. So they have all of the pictures to go through everything. And this is the beast right here.
So super nice cast aluminum oil pan, all the machine surfaces.
Like, look at the mirror in there.
Mirror
look at
finish.
that. Look at that.
On the baffle.
Well, let's see if I can glare off of it. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, like it comes drilled, tapped, plugged.
Yeah.
Oil returns.
Go back to that front corner. So there's your drain and stuff set up, and like he said, it's got all the gaskets and everything to put that cap on there. That's why I love these guys, because they think ahead and they put it on there. So if you want boost later or whatever,
Yeah.
you don't got to go back and buy another pan.
The only thing this kit doesn't come with is an oil filter, but they tell you which oil filter to go with.
Yeah,
And
they've-
it's nothing fancy.
they've
It's
got-
nothing you're gonna have to special order through a part, like through high performance parts store or anything. It is literally AC Delco PF 48 or equivalent.
So anybody with 2 eyes on Rock Auto, type that in, get the Fram number, the mobile number, whatever brand that you prefer.
Yeah, you got a Chevy dealership in your town. There you go.
It's all GM oil filters. If you need an oil change, you go to the parts house and you buy one.
Yeah, there is nothing special, and we can't stress this enough, you guys. The whole purpose of this build is simplicity. We are not doing over the top stuff. We're not doing like crazy custom fabrication. We're not chopping up the chassis rails or doing a full floor pan or a full front end tube build. Like doing none of that stuff as of right now.
Not yet.
This is all stuff that you can buy online. It bolts right on, welds right in. It is all off the shelf stuff. Whether you do Rock Auto, you go to the dealership, you go to a local parts store, whatever the case may be. Like that is the very core of this build. Is this a low budget build? Not necessarily. But with what this car started out as, a low budget build wasn't really in the cards anyways. It was gonna get carried away regardless, but we're still not throwing everything at it and the kitchen sink.
No,
There's still a lot on the table for what we could do with this car, but I highly doubt it'll ever get to that point. This is really a simple seat time car that I can do, some low level competition stuff with if I choose to, and go from there. If we ever get to a point where we're trying to chase big money, we're gonna look at a different chassis. It's just how it is.
Yeah, this car, regardless of what happens in the future, this car's not really going anywhere.
No.
Unless it gets in tacoed, it's not going anywhere. It's always going to be here for us because we've known each other for like 15 years
Yeah.
from different cities just through Facebook. We've been talking about this day forever. He ended up moving to BC and coming back, which some of you will know. This is the first car that we're actually going start to finish together. And we've been talking about it for ages. So this thing will kind of always have a weird sentimental value, even though it's a Ford. But like you said, it's not a $500 car with a $200 junkyard motor and, we're going to try and run everything. It's got an 8.8 in it or whatever. It's got all brand new brakes because we want it to be reliable.
Yeah.
Did we buy a $500 or $600 junkyard 5.3? Yeah.
Well, actually, so I'm gonna stop Ben there, because right now I'll tell everyone as it is. Everything on this car was basically $1,000. Engine with wiring harness, the ECM that goes for that engine on the stand, and my time and money to go pick it up, $1,000.
Yeah.
T5 on the floor with clutch setup, even though it's got the wrong flywheel, $1,000. Angle kit that's on the front of the car, $1,000. The coilover kit that's on the car, $1,000.
Yeah.
Like everything that is on this car, quick 1K easily.
And
But
like the
that being
biggest
said-
thing, some guys will sit there and say, "Oh, you spent too much on the engine." Yeah, you could go to a junkyard, pull this thing for $500, $600 maybe. Alex had talked to these people. They pulled it for him. They compression tested it. They packaged it. They even pressure washed it for him. And
Yeah, it
that's
was-
with the headers on it. Like, yeah, it was a little bit more expensive than, my $500 engine, but I don't know anything about that engine.
Yeah, so
This one
engine-
tested out perfect.
Yeah, this engine, they went into their yard. There was a truck there that was complete. It was running and driving. So they put it into their shop at their scrapyard, did a full compression test on it, did a cold and hot oil pressure test on it. They pulled the engine, retained the wiring harness, pressure washed the engine, put it on a pallet, banded it, loaded it into my truck. They even helped me remove the canopy on my truck, or top, or whatever you guys want to call it. I've got one on my truck. It was a little too tall. They gave me a quick set of power tools to undo my clamps, lifted the canopy for me, loaded it, helped me put everything back together, sent me on my way with a smile. And you cannot ask for better service than that.
Where was that?
That was Southside Salvage in Weyburn, Saskatchewan.
There you go.
So
The biggest thing is I'm not asking for you guys. I'm asking for me because I have asked him 12 times and I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
My thing that I was getting on is like he says it's not, the low dollar budget thing. I was kind of getting at, yeah, we're using a bone stock 5.3 for now. We're not spending 25K on a 6.3 or a LS3 or LS2 that are completely impossible to find, and when it blows up, we can't afford to replace it. We're doing a budget race car as budget friendly as possible in this economy.
Yeah, within reason. Like we are blue collar guys. Like I said, we're breaking the budget a little bit, but not to the point where like we're struggling to pay bills. But all that aside, this is the box that I'm most excited for, because this is what's really gonna put the car together.
I don't remember what's in there.
So this one, everything else is whatever,
Oh,
brake calipers,
Yeah.
brake rotors, oil pan and stuff, that's whatever. But this is what's really gonna start tying this car together as we get closer and closer to the drift season starting. This is the handbrake kit. This is a full kit from Synergy Race Development. They are the same guys that we got the angle kit from, and that angle kit is just fantastic. Their instructions are super crystal clear. It goes together nicely. It is everything I could have hoped it was and more. But this is what's really going to start tying everything together. So this is their full handbrake kit. They've got several of them on their website. So
Ooh, EBC, fancy.
EBC blue brake pads. These are specific for the handbrake. The calipers that will go on this will be 1997 Ford Taurus calipers. I don't have those here right now. We'll touch on those later, but that's what's spec for this. So these are the specific brake pads for the handbrake setup. With that, we have Synergy handbrake line kit. This goes from your handbrake to the rear calipers. It comes with your brake line bolts, your fluid bolts with copper washers, and flexible line. You don't have to build brake line now. This does not get any more trick. Get this bag ripped open here. And these lines are cut to length. Look at that. Nice, flexible brake line.
Yeah, let me get a close up.
It comes with
yeah.
the banjo ends and everything. So this will go from...
All the little washers, everything.
Yeah, everything.
And a sticker.
And a sticker.
Hell yeah, that's for my toolbox. There's
So,
a bum on there.
Anyone is like me and they hate bending hardline with a passion.
Yes.
This is the answer. It comes with a tee and everything. Everything is ready to go. All I have to do is hook up the banjo ends, bleed the brakes. I don't have to run any hardline. I don't have to bend any hardline. I don't have to figure out anything. All I have to do is route this flexible line in the best way possible, bolt it or zip tie it to the rear disc, to the calipers, done.
But Alex, if we don't use hardline, where are we gonna make a cup holder?
Race cars don't need cup holders.
Hey, don't talk to me in that tone of voice.
What we got in here? Okay, so, ooh, look, another sticker. Next part of this.
Ooh, very nice.
So, as most drift guys know, you can do an inline brake caliper, or you can do a dual caliper setup. I opted to go with the best route, doing a dual caliper setup, which is why the main disc brakes on the car are using SN95 brake calipers, off the shelf stuff. And the handbrake itself uses a 97 Ford Taurus caliper. That's where these come into play. These are a billet aluminum dual caliper bracket.
Like, she pretty, and she friggin' thick.
Synergy Race Development killed it on these. These are super lightweight. Like,
My God,
these are
nice.
less than, I would say, like, these are maybe 2-3 pounds, if that, a piece. So if you're all about weight savings, there you go. But like that is a thick caliper bracket.
Yeah, that's girthy.
That's girthy.
Bringing the word back, she's girthy.
So
we should have called it Girthy Garage.
So that'll be that'll get bolted onto the diff housing. One side will have our normal brake caliper bracket. The other side will have the handbrake caliper, and we'll go from there. So super stoked for those. Those are wicked nice.
Wicked nice.
Wicked nice. And then the last piece of the puzzle.
Watch the stickers.
No. So the last piece. Oh, they really wrapped this up nice. Need my knife again. This.
Don't cut a finger off.
Oh, too late.
He's only got 7 fingers.
We opted, again, we're not doing an inline brake setup for the simple reason is this. I'll quit making noise so I can explain this. If you run an inline handbrake, meaning you have your handbrake teed into your normal car brakes, you are brave, dumb, or both. And the reason being, I am kind of a stickler for track safety. I like to keep all my systems separate. So when you lose your handbrake that is teed into your main brakes, you have no brakes anymore. And the thought of that, myself personally, being in the drag world, I've seen what happens when guys lose their brakes. That's some scary shit. I would rather not.
Yeah, especially considering this car is meant to go turny turn.
Yeah.
Losing your brakes going straight is one thing. Losing your brakes doing 80 plus kilometers an hour into a turn, not ideal. I've watched guys at our track flip their cars. I've watched guys basically take their entire front or rear end off their cars. Actually, one of my personal friends was on Ridiculousness because of how hard he broke his car.
A safety point as the heater kicks on, so we'll make more noise.
Yay!
This will keep everything separate. So disc brakes all the way around the car will be on the normal foot pedal. Handbrake, I opted for the inline master cylinder.
Oh God,
not
that's
inline. So
I haven't
integral
seen this
master
yet,
cylinder.
and this thing is friggin' sick.
This thing is dope. So
There's
this is
machine work on that.
yeah.
Oh,
So this is again all billet aluminum handbrake. This comes with, now that you can see the white letters,
Ooh.
that is a Willwood master cylinder. So the math has already been figured out.
It's got speed holes.
It's got speed holes. I've done my research on this setup. So how this is all going to work, this is a 5/8 master cylinder, 0.62, as you can see on there. If you go on Synergy and you want to spec out a proper handbrake kit for a similar setup, 5/8 master cylinder, 0.62. Get their friggin' really nice flexible brake line kit. I can't get over that because that is just glorious. That makes me so happy. You guys have no idea.
This is the guy who argues with me when I say I want flexi hose on everything. He says hardline or GTFO.
Yeah, in most cases hardline. But yeah, 5/8 master cylinder, normal flexible brake line for this case. And I can't stress this enough. The 97 Ford Taurus brake caliper. I can't remember what the year range is. I think it's like 93 to 97. Ford Taurus in like 99 to 04 Lincoln Town Car, something like that. 43 millimeter caliper piston. People have done the math that are way better at it than I am. They understand hydraulics.
Don't move. The machine work matches your knees.
They figured out the hydraulics and the math and everything, and something about the 5/8 master to the 43 millimeter brake caliper gives you just an absolutely awesome amount of lockup. So this will all get bolted in the car. We'll run the lines, get the brakes fitted, and bled, and see what this thing does. I'm really stoked with all this. This is the nicest stuff I've ever had in my life, and I've had a lot of project vehicles, but I've never had nice stuff, and I've never had really the money to do nice stuff. So looking forward to getting this all on the car and seeing what it can do. But Bill, like I was saying before I went on a tangent, this car is going to be light. I want to say 2,900 pounds with me in it, full of fluids and all that. I think in terms of tire width, I'm going to start on like a 245 wide tire, and we'll see what happens there. More than likely, it's probably going to get up to a 265 real quick, just because of how light the car is. And I'm sure that even with a bone stock LS with 270 horsepower on a nice day, is going to be more than enough to go through a set of 245s. So we'll see what goes on from there. We're going to get putting some stuff in and go from there.
Should we do a little time lapse?
We can do a time lapse. We're going to figure out how to do a time lapse.
Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna make a game plan, get some stuff cleaned up. We still got to put the whole front end back together because we tore that apart for other stuff. And again. And with that,
we chatted too much.
This will probably be its own video, and depending on how long the rest of it takes, we're going to try and time lapse some stuff, and then Happy Feet here is going to try and figure out how to edit it or do another video for next time because we missed a weekend. So
yeah,
we'll get back to you in a bit.
Bye.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo!